LoreWarrior Online. Phoenix Hawk IIC. Initial entry from Technical Readout 3055. Overview. Ideally, a heavy mech combines the firepower of an assault mech with the maneuverability of a medium-sized machine, and designers constantly search for ways to improve the heavy mech's operational parameters. A heavy mech's performance can be improved by reducing weight or increasing power. Clan engineers are masters of advanced fusion engine design, and as a fast interdiction unit, the clan Phoenix Hawk takes full advantage of this strength. Capabilities. Ferrofibrous armor added to the frame gives the mech a very bulky appearance. Because flat areas of armor are easily penetrated, as many surfaces as possible are angled in order to deflect blast damage to the mech, and thereby it reduces the stress on the frame during combat. The Phoenix Hawk IIC's weapons are mounted in twin pods on either side of the torso to the rear, allowing the technicians quick access to the weapons and reducing maintenance downtime, especially in the field. Deployment. Only Clan Steel Viper deploys this 2C. The design has been carefully hidden from the Inner Sphere's prying eyes, and we believe the Vipers intend this mech to be a nasty surprise for any foolish enough to try and retake their worlds. Variants. A missile carrier version of the Clan Phoenix Hawk replaces the twin autocannon with 4 LRM-20 launchers, 2 on each torso. 8 ton of ammunition supplies each launcher with a total of 12 shots, the minimum supply required for an average combat fire support mission according to Inner Sphere standard tactics. Entry 2 from Technical Readout Project Phoenix. Overview. Weakened and disgraced by their ejection from the Inner Sphere, the Steel Vipers were faced with the difficult task of rebuilding. Upgrading older battle mechs, some such as the Storm Giant, provided weapons for some of the freeborn warriors who would join the Talman, but demand would soon outstrip supply. Steel Viper factories were stretched to the limit producing new frontline Omnimechs, so Khan Zalman turned to Clan Diamond Shark for aid. It was curious that the merchant warriors didn't press this advantage over their desperate customer during negotiations. It appeared that the Vipers got the best of the deal. In return for captured heavy laser technology and plans for the ancient Phoenix Hawk IIC, the Diamond Sharks would supply second-line equipment. Perigard Zalman had hardly finished congratulating himself on acquiring such a good deal before another, superior version of the Phoenix Hawk IIC using the newly acquired ATM technology began to march off the production lines and into Diamond Shark ranks. Capabilities. Among the clans, the Phoenix Hawk IIC has always been something of an oddball. For the Steel Vipers, the tenure of Jacob Masters as their Khan was a period of technological stagnation. In a rare attempt at innovation, the Viper scientist caste based an assault mech on the venerable Phoenix Hawk chassis. While the new unit remained fast and mobile, it proved to be undergunned. The introduction of the remarkable new Omni-Mech soon relegated the Phoenix Hawk IIC to second-line duty. The Diamond Sharks with their new model would address the lack of punch in the design by mounting 4 ATMs in the cavernous torso section. With these flexible weapons, the Phoenix Hawk IIC-4 would use superb mobility to either snipe at long range or close quickly to deliver devastating close-range attack. Now, some of you may be wondering why there were 2 there, and that's mainly because the original Technical Readout 3055, which is the original write-up for these 2C variants, is thin on the ground to say the least, and so trying to dig up any extra information is the best I can do at the moment is Technical Readout Project Phoenix, unless I can get my hands on the ill clan recognition guides that may or may not have better write-ups. I don't know because I haven't seen any of them, and I'm not really prepared to start spending a lot of cash on a bunch of PDFs that I'm not 100% sure if they're going to have any really new or relevant information. So, the Phoenix Hawk IIC, though, it is, as it says, a complete oddball. We're looking at a mech here that, by default, from the original 3055 write-up, is a mech that moves 585. It has 10 double heat sinks for a sink of 20. Its armor is 9 on the head, 27 on the torso, 15 on the CT rear, 20 on the right and left torso, 10 on the rear, and 20 on the arms, and 30 on the legs. The reason it has so much armor is because this is actually an 80-ton design. It's an Endosteel chassis with a Powerplant 400XL, cruising at 54 kph and maximum speed of 86, with 5 jump jets, giving it 150 meter jump radius. It has ferrofibrous armor, packed with 2 Ultra Autocannon 10s, and here it says a single machine gun, but I believe that's wrong. I think later on this was changed to be 2 machine guns and 2 Ultra AC-10s. It's a really odd mech, but it's an 80-tonner that can sprint across the battlefield and then unleash a pretty hefty autocannon punch. I think the main downside is that it only gets 30 shots, so it's 15 rounds of fire for the Ultra 10, and it can very quickly deplete, which means the mech has to basically leave the field after a short amount of time of firing before it basically becomes worthless. It only has a machine gun or 2 to back it up. Also, it's one of those mechs. It looks so weird now looking at the Victor Musical Industries artwork, which you'll see for the first half of this vid, and then the second half will go to the more recent 2C redesign, which Catalyst did as part of their big overhaul of all the mech art. You can see a massive jump. But there's something about the original artwork that I like, the incredible anime-inspired design. This art of the Phoenix Hawk IIC with I don't know what's going on with the left leg. It kind of stretches out and then kind of somehow bends a little bit in a strange way. Inspired very heavily by things of the period. The same with the Locust IIC. Not bad, not bad. Obviously, the new art is far more preferable. And anything to do with the designs from the horrendous, and I say horrendous, Project Phoenix era should be burnt from memory. But we'll leave you that. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll catch you next time. And have a good one. Bye-bye.